I can see it. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. Thank you. All right, cool. 1, 2. Good morning. Wow, I look crazy white. A lot of lighting today. I don't know. Anyways, good morning and welcome to the English Language School. We are very happy to have you here. It is a good day because it is Tuesday. Welcome to everyone. Brenda, Carlita, Lilibet, La Rena. No one is here yet, but when you're here, I will say hello again. Today we have a good lesson. We will talk about adjectives and comparisons. Comparisons are when you have two things that are equal or two things that are similar and different, something like that. So, without further ado, let's start with I guess we're going to wait for people to come in. So let's start with the irregular verbs that should be queued up on the next page. So we'll start with the irregular verbs. And as usual, we'll start with practicing the pronunciation for the present and the past. I will be muted and I want you guys to say it out loud as you guys come in. Okay?
Is, was, are, were, begin, began, blow, blew, break, broke, build, built, buy, bought, catch, caught, come, came, cut, cut, do, did, draw, drew, drive, drove, eat, ate, fall, fell, feed, fed, find, found, fly, flew, get, got, give, gave, go, went, have, had, hold, held, keep, kept, know, knew, lead, led, leave, left, let, make, made, mean, meant.
Lovely. So I want to pause for just a moment and look at the word make. Make is, good morning, Kelly. Make is a very important word in, in a lot of languages, make and make. So make and do are very similar words, but in English they mean completely different things. They aren't equal. The word make usually is something that we use for produce. So if your intention is to produce something, then we will use the word make. So while we practice, hi, Miss Brenda, you're beautiful. While we practice the rest of the words, I want you to make a sentence in the comment section below using the word make. Remember, produce, arrange, organize, make. Those 4 words are equal. So for example, I want to make some coffee. I will make some coffee. Always talking about my coffee. They make fun of me. They make fun of me. Or maybe I will make breakfast. I will prepare breakfast. You can prepare something or you can make something. So be thinking about an example and then we can read everybody's examples after you make some sentences. All right, let's continue. Thank you.
Mean.
Mean.
Meant.
Meant. Mm-hmm.
Meet. Met. Pay. Paid. Put. Put. Ride. Rode. Run. Ran. Say. Said. See. Saw. Sell. Sold. Send. Sent. Set. Set. Sit. Sat. Sleep. Slept. Speak. Spoke. Speed. Sped. Spend. Spent. Swim. Swam. Teach. Taught. Tell. Told. Think. Thought. Throw. Through. Win. Won. Write. Wrote.
We will read, but this time we will listen. This is what we read yesterday, and it was kind of a longer reading, and we have a quiz that will associate with this reading. So rather than me read it, we're going to listen to the audio one time, and then after we will take the cloze quiz to put the sentences in order. Are we ready? All right, let's go.
It was a hot day. The sun was shining in the sky. The air was sticky. It was a Sunday afternoon. Jane was thirsty. She went to the kitchen to get a drink. She opened her refrigerator. There was nothing to drink inside. Jane grabbed some lemons and a big pitcher. She cut the lemons in two. She filled the large pitcher with water. She squeezed the lemons into the pitcher of water. She opened her cabinet to get the sugar. She poured some sugar into the pitcher of water and lemon juice. She had made lemonade. She took a sip of the lemonade. It needed more sugar. She grabbed the bag of sugar and poured a little more. She took another sip. The lemonade tasted sweet. All it needed now was ice. She opened the refrigerator to grab some ice. There was no ice.
All right. Does anyone have any questions with the words? That's so much better. Does anyone have any questions with the words in the reading? Miss Virginia mentioned that the word sip is an interesting word. We have the word drink. That's como en español beber. Like when you use the word drink, for example, mira, de nuevo, mi café. When you use the word drink, you can say, oh, I will drink my coffee. This is good coffee. Thank you, Raul. So when you drink coffee, maybe you drink a lot of it. The word in English can be ingest, injustir, creo. ¿Es la palabra? Ayúdame.
Beber.
No, beber. When you ingest.
Digerir.
Digerir. When you ingest coffee, but you've got a lot of it. But then the word sip is where there's just a little bit. So I will not take a drink like I did before. I will just take a sip. Yeah. Just sip. Sometimes when you have tea, for example, you take your tea and you drink just a little bit and you sip your tea or you sip your coffee. A little bit and no more. Just take a little sip. Like as a lady who will take a sip of coffee. Does anyone have any other questions about the vocabulary words in the reading for today? If you have some questions on the vocabulary words, you can put your words in the conversation chat room below. But if not, let's move to the quiz. Are we ready? I think so.
Sentences?
Yes, ma'am. Let's put them sentences in order. You know what? You do that. I'm not going to do that. All right. The shining in was sun, sky, the. Oof, I love a proper challenge. Okay, so remember we want to know subject, verb, object. What is the subject? Who or what are we talking about? Subject, verb, and object. So, for example, what are we talking about? There is no person, so we should be talking about a thing. Maybe, oh, I see. The shining in was sun, sky, the.
Maybe explode shining.
Maybe. Shining is when you have a lot of light, especially the sun. A lot of light going out brilliantly. Maybe you have the sun should be the subject, because what are we talking about? The sun. The verb in this case, we have two. We have the word was, estaba. Beautiful, Carlita. You're lovely. Excellent. The sun was shining, brillando, in the sky. Period. The sun was shining in the sky. Punto. I'm going to put the period. And let's check it. All right. Excellent. 100%. The sun was shining in the sky. All right. Let's take a look at number 2. I can't see it. Oh, oof. Kitchen. 2. Went. Drink. She. Get. To. The. Ooh. Okay. So again, who or what is the subject? Who are we talking about? And what are we talking about? In this case, we are talking about she. She is the subject. Okay? She. What did she do? The verb or the action is what she did. So what did she do? She went. Where did she go? To the kitchen. And why did she go to the kitchen? To get a drink. So again, your first question is who? ¿Quién lo hizo? Perfect, Miss Carlita. Absolutely perfect. Who? ¿Quién lo hizo? She. Ella. ¿Qué hizo? What did she do? She went. Pues ¿dónde? To the kitchen. ¿Por qué? ¿O para qué? Para obtener algo de beber. To get something to drink, or to get a drink. Yes, Miss Carlita, you're perfect. She went to the kitchen to get a drink. Remember, your order will always be who, what, where, and when. All right. Let's check it. 100%. 100%. Beautiful. All right, let's look at question number 3. Excellent job, Miss Carlita. You are on it today.
Miss Kelly too.
Hi, Kelly too. Perfect. Beautiful. I'm proud of you both. Squeezed. When you have a citron, a lemon, you take the lemon and you cut and you squeeze the lemon. So, squeeze. I thank you, Kelly. Beautiful. Squeeze. Now, picture. Picture is... Can you show a picture of the word picture? Picture. You can have a picture of water, or a pitcher of lemonade, or a pitcher of tea. I don't know. What else do I have a picture of? I guess it's just those things. Pitcher, pitcher, pitcher. I need to make tea. I need to make my tea. Pitcher. Do you have a pitcher? So let's go back to our lovely word order. So we have squeeze of, pitcher, where you pour your water or your lemonade in this case, into, dentro, if we remember, water, lemons, citrons, the, and the. Oof, the.
She.
And she, ¿dónde está she?
Up there.
Oh, ya lo puso. She already put she up there. So, ¿quién hablamos? Who are we talking about? The who will go first, and we have she. So, now, what is the activity? ¿Qué pasó? What is the activity? She squeezed. Squeeze is a funny word. Squeeze. She squeezed. ¿Qué?
The pitcher?
Well, what does one squeeze?
Not the water. Not the pitcher.
Not the pitcher, not the water. Yeah,
She
Miss
squeezed the
Carlita.
lemon.
So she squeezed the lemons.
The lemons.
Okay, so, de nuevo. ¿Quién? She. What? Squeezed. And what did she squeeze? The lemons. She squeezed the lemons. Where? Where did she squeeze the lemons? Into what? Into the pitcher.
Into the pitcher. Good job.
Carlita. Into the pitcher. ¿De qué? The pitcher of what? Of water. All right, so let's put that whole big sentence together. That was a nice $5 sentence right there. She squeezed the lemons into the pitcher of water. Punto. Period. And, are we ready? Did we get it correct? 100%. She squeezed the lemons into the pitcher of water. Very nice. All right, let's look at number 4. The, she, to, her, cabinet, sugar, opened, get. Ah, por favor. That's a wonderful idea. Thank you, Miss Carlita. The, she, to, her, cabinet, sugar, opened, get. Okay, so first, cabinet. ¿Cómo se dice cabinet?
Gabinete.
Gabineta. Ah, es casi lo mismo. So it's basically the same word, gabineta. And Ms. Duran has put the the order of the sentence in the comment section below. So hopefully you can see it. You can see that it's who, what,
She.
where, when, how, and why. The answers to these questions will give the correct order of your sentence. So let's go back. The, to, her, cabinet, sugar, opened, get. So, who? Who did the activity? She. And what? What did she do? She opened. Open in the past, the sound is opened. Opened. She opened. Beautiful. She opened her, because we have the possessive, the ella, her. Good job, Miss Carlita. She opened her cabinet. ¿Para qué? Why? Now, when we ask why, you can use the word because, or, muy común, very commonly, we'll use to, y luego un verbo. To get, to drink, to grab, things like that. So, why? To get the sugar. Beautiful. Excellent, Miss Brenda. My goodness. Miss Brenda is like perfect. I love it. Thank you. Beautiful. She opened her cabinet to get the sugar. Perfect. All right, last one, number 5. Fifth one is the charm, as they say. That's not what they say. I think it's third time. Third time is the charm. All was, now it needed ice. Ooh, this one's a challenge, but I will let you do 100%. Remember the order that Ms. Duran did put in the comment section: who, what, where, when, how, and why. So she gave you the hint, but we will give you no more help. It's 100% on you, beautiful ladies. Put in your comment section below what you think the answer is. This is good coffee. God bless Raul. He's a wonderful man. He makes excellent coffee. Is this number 4, not number 5? Good gravy.
Oh, number 5. Yeah. I saw number 4, but it's number.
Oh, right, the number for the story. I said, oh no, my counting abilities faded. All it needed, yes, Miss Carlita, beautiful. All it needed, era qué? All it needed now was ice. Beautiful.
Is that correct?
It is correct. All it needed now was ice. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let's check.
Think of who, what. It's not correct. Oh.
I think it's a correct. All it needed now was ice. Perfect. Beautiful. All it needed now was ice. Y'all did excellent. Most excellent. Okay, so if you have any other questions, you can put that in the comment section below. Miss Carlita, thank you for playing along. You did good. You did very well. We are going to move to our beautiful PowerPoint now so that we can show you show you about the adjectives. So we are on Unit 3 and we are in Lesson 3.2, talking about adjectives and comparisons. So first, let's go to the first slide. Adjectives. What even is an adjective? Very good question. I know, it's a hard one. Adjectives, if you can look at the screen, an adjective is something that gives you more information. For example, I have coffee. Bless you. You're beautiful, Virginia. I have coffee. My coffee is very good. So I have good coffee. I have good coffee. Or yesterday I had bad coffee. Words like good, bad, happy, sad, angry. ¿Qué más?
Colors.
Oh, colors, like blue. Today my dress is blue. Yesterday it was a yellow dress, and today it is a blue dress. Tomorrow will be a purple dress. Like we talked about yesterday with the weather, you have sunny, icy, foggy, etc. With these adjectives, we use them to describe something, some person, or some place. For example, in the right-hand corner, or right below in the center, you see what is an adjective. You have 1 red car. You have 2 red cars. You'll take note that the third option, the one that's in the middle, so not here, pero en la media, sobre los carros. We have 2 red cars? No. The thing or person or place can be plural, but your adjective is the same, no change. So for example, I am a tall girl. Soy muy alta, entonces I'm a tall girl. Well, I'm a woman, so a tall woman. Miss Virginia, Miss Duran, is also a tall woman. They don't know. They don't know. Tall woman. We are tall women. Even though the women is plural, the word tall is the same. Ms. Duran is telling me to inform you that she is not tall, but she is short. So I am tall. I am a tall woman. And Ms. Duran is a short woman. We will talk about descriptions of people, features, face, hair, tall, short, and everything in the next class on Thursday. For today, we are just talking strictly about adjectives and maybe comparing them. So that's the first thing. Number 1 is your adjective, tus adjetivos, will give description, van a dar descripción about a noun, sobre una persona, lugar o cosa. And they will always go before the noun. Siempre van a estar antes de nuestro sustantivo. Good work, buen trabajo. Maybe smart man, hombre inteligente. Excellent coffee, café excelente. Maybe I have wonderful students, estudiantes maravillosos. I have marvelous students. I have wonderful students. I love you all. I've got great students. And so when you say great, wonderful, marvelous, maravilloso, maravilloso. Maravilloso? Son las tres? Yeah. When you say marvelous, You will not say students marvelous. In English, it is the reverse. It's marvelous students. Not students marvelous, pero marvelous students. Estudiantes maravillosos. Now, let's go to the next slide. First, do we have any questions? That was a lot of words. Dije muchas cosas en 6 minutos. I said a lot of things in 6 minutes. If we have no questions, let's look at the equivalency. Equivalency is when you have two things that are exactly equal. Exactly equal. When you compare two things that are 100% equal, we can use two words. As, en la media nuestro adjetivo, in the middle our adjective, and then the other word as. So as, adjective, as. For example, today is as hot. So today está muy caliente. Today it is really hot. It is, I think, 98 degrees or more. And yesterday it was hot. Yesterday it was 98 degrees or more. So because we have two things that are hot, you've got hot y luego hot. Well, it was hot today and it was hot yesterday. In fact, the temperature, if you remember, the temperature is equal. Equal today and yesterday. So when we talk about the comparison between today and yesterday, we will say something like this. Today is as hot as yesterday. Yes, ma'am, it is igual. O qué tan caliente como.
Mi carro es tan caliente como un horno.
Right. So with the example, my car, mi carro, is as hot as an oven. The intention is that it's equal, Miss Carlita, but in Spanish the translation is mi carro es tan caliente como el horno. My car is as hot as an oven. ¿Sí? Mi carro es tan caliente como un horno. My car is as hot as an oven. Or hoy es tan caliente como ayer. Today is as hot as yesterday. As hot as. Let's look at the next example that we have. Here we have, ¿qué tenemos?
My house is as cold as a freezer.
Ooh, we have a freezer. In the section of the grocery store, lo más importante, the most important section of the grocery store, tiene unos pizzas. It has pizza and it has delicious ice cream. It's the best part of the grocery store. And in the freezer, it is crazy cold. So, this is what we say an exaggeration because it's un poco dramático. But we do say it like this, like my house is as cold as a freezer. My freezer is cold, my home is cold. Both of these things are cold. So, my house is as cold as a freezer. Mi casa es tan frío como un, I don't know how to say freezer.
Congelador.
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 Congelador. Congelador. Está freezer. Mi casa es tan frío como un helador. Helador. Está muy frío. Como aquí. Está muy frío, ¿no? Like, I feel so cold. Congelador. Mi cuarto es tan frío como un congelador. Sí, mío también. Mine too. Right now, everything is very cold, and it's a great translation. Let's look at one more example. Oh, I miss hugs. Oh, I love a good hug. Okay, so now we have the word warm. Warm and hot are not the same, but they are similar. Her jacket, su jaquete, is as warm as a hug. I prefer a hug, but I will take a jacket. Her jacket is as warm as a hug. Her jacket is as warm as a hug. Okay. Do we have one more example? I think we do not. Yeah.
Common vocabulary. Do you want to go over that?
No, ma'am. I want to look at the video that we have queued up to talk about some comparisons with as and as. Su chaqueta es tan caliente como un abrazo. Yeah. In English, the word caliente como calor is not quite the same as, is not quite the same as, está muy frío aquí, ¿no? Is not quite the same as hot, but we use it in a similar way. All right, so beautiful Mr. Ran is going to play the video for us. If you look, we're talking about as and as hot as cold as accurately as. All right, we ready?
Okay.
Pancho!
Emiliano.
Prepárate para morir.
They both shoot with deadly accuracy. Pancho shoots as accurately as Emiliano. Now, they've both gone to the hospital, and it's time for a rematch. Oh, you missed! Ooh, this time, Pancho shot more accurately than Emiliano. So this is a comparison of inequality. It will be negative. Emiliano didn't shoot as accurately as Pancho. Here's Johnny.
Hello.
He exercises a few times a week. So does Mark. They both exercise a few times a week. How do we write the comparison? Johnny exercises as often as Mark. This is Raekwon. He exercises every day. Johnny doesn't exercise as often as Raekwon. Here's Harry. He's a little bit slow. And this is Lloyd. Lloyd, how do you spell cat? K-L-5. Harry, how do you spell cat?
Cat says meow.
Sheesh. These guys are horrible. They are both terrible spellers. I guess we could say Harry spells as well as Lloyd. Even though they're both terrible. Isn't ambiguity wonderful? Let's give Harry another chance. Harry, how do you spell dog?
I like doggies.
Horrible. Maria, would you like to give it a try?
D-O-G.
Clearly, Maria spells better than Lloyd. Let's write the sentence using a negative verb. Harry doesn't spell as well as Maria.
Quiz. You don't have to see me, but I thought that was fun.
You're back.
Okay, cool. All right, are we ready? Let's take a quiz to talk about as and as.
And negative as.
And then we have the negative. If you notice, can we make the screen just a touch larger? Now, if you notice when you have the negative, we will often put the word doesn't or don't or isn't. So in this first example here, no es tan bueno como el anterior. This cake isn't your last cake. So how do you make the two compares as and as? We're only going to do a few of these because we are limited on our time. So if you can, we'll work together on the first, I think, 3. And then, and then we can maybe do the last 3 together. This cake isn't your last cake. So the word in the parentheses is our adjective. In this case, our adjective is the word good. So to say, pues eso y eso no eran igual. These two were not equal. So this cake isn't as good as your last cake. This cake. Lo siento. Thank you. This cake, I told you it is cold here. This cake isn't as good as your last cake. Number 2, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm not my mother. The adjective in this parentheses is the word old. I'm not as old as my mother. That stands to reason. I'm not as old as my mother. Let's look at number 3. Roger and David. Now we have 2 people, por ellos. So Roger and David aren't. We're changing isn't for aren't because we have 2 people. Roger and David aren't Sarah and Jenny. Now Sarah and Jenny, also 2 people, AS. So Roger and David aren't Sarah and Jenny. Our adjective is the word big. So Roger and David aren't as big as Sarah and Jenny. What day is it today? Tuesday?
Yes.
All right, so enough watching me. Let's work together, friends. Put your sentence in the comment section below, if you will, for numbers 4, 5, and 6. I'll read through numbers 4, 5, and 6, and we can read through them together. So number 4. Peter works Jenny. Now here we have the word hard. Hard is our adjective. Number 5. My bag isn't your bag. My bag isn't your bag. The adjective in the parentheses is the word heavy. Pesado. Number 6. My car is your car. In the parentheses, the adjective is the word fast, como rápido. Excellent. So let's go to number 4. Miss Carlita has answered the question for number 4. Peter works as hard as Jenny. Excellent job, Miss Carlita, for number 6. Oh, excuse me, for number 5. My bag isn't as heavy as your bag. And the last one for number 6 is what? Somebody help me? No. My car is as fast as. Beautiful job, Carlita. As fast as your car. Number 7. Our house is nice. Now, nice is a good word because it can mean como amable, or it can mean bonita or pretty or something like that. Lindo también. Yeah. So my house is as nice as your house. My house is as nice as your house. Yeah, excellent job, Miss Carlita. Let's look at number 8. A lion is a tiger. A lion is a tiger. Our adjective in this sentence is the word dangerous. Dangerous, if I remember in Spanish, is peligroso. Dangerous. A lion is as dangerous as a tiger. Number 9. It isn't, it was yesterday. It isn't, excellent, Carlita. It isn't, it was yesterday. Our adjective is the word cold. It isn't as cold as it was yesterday. Ooh. Number 10. Sarah's hair isn't Sylvia's hair. Beautiful job, Carlita. Excellent job. Here, our adjective is the word long. Sarah's hair isn't as long as Sylvia's hair. Number 11. Beautiful, Carlita. 100% every time. Yeah, we can finish it. We got time. My daughter is just yours. Our adjective is the word beautiful. My daughter is just as beautiful as yours. My daughter is just as beautiful as yours. Okay, number 12. John is not Peter. What's our adjective? Tall. So, John is not as tall as Peter. My brother, he is super tall. And me, I am tall. But I am tall for a woman. My brother, he is tall for a man. So, I am not as tall as my brother. As informativo y negativo cambia de nada. Thank you, Miss Virginia, for answering that question. We use the form as and as for positive and negative. And the difference between the two is that when we use it in the positive, we have as as ya. When we use the negative, we will insert the word isn't or don't or something like that. What is she asking?
Sí, de eso no hay otra regla.
No.
No.
No, there is not another rule. Regula. No hay otra regula. There's not another rule for it. It just is in the same way. It works in the same way. You'll notice that in these examples, they all look the same. Sería as, adjetivo, y as. As, then your adjective in the middle, and then as. So como as tall as. And so esos que son negativos van a tener la palabra not en alguna parte antes de la palabra as. Isn't or is not. Far, como lejos, tan lejos. So England is not, so tenemos la palabra not, entonces es negativo, right? England is not, no es tan lejos como India. England is not as far as India. And the last one, this coat is just as expensive as the other coat. Beautiful. Now, expensive is como costoso o caro, not carro, but caro. It's just as expensive as the other coat. Por cierto, and by the way, before we close, the word just, ponemos la palabra just antes, no significa nada necesariamente. Podemos decir como, podemos quitarlo. This coat is as expensive as the other coat, o podemos decir nada más que this coat is just as expensive as the other coat. Totalmente opción de ustedes. It's just the option of you guys, okay? Thank you for your time and your patience. You are wonderful and more than I deserve. Did we get 100%? Oh yeah, let's check the quiz and see if we got 100%. My goodness.
Your score is 100%.
Did we get it? Where is it? Look at us. Oh, fancy. With 100. Guys, thank you for your time and your patience. You are more than I deserve. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you. Thank you. Stay safe, stay well, and don't forget to practice, because practice makes perfect. Thank you, and we'll see you on Thursday.